to the World Baseball Classic. We're bringing you Pool B action from the Lone Star State, Houston, Texas. It's Atlanta taking on Team Mexico. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Let's take a look at the bracket, Siggy. Team Mexico just does not back down.
Absolutely, Boog. You think back to their semifinal run in 2023. They showed the world how dangerous they can be. Power in the lineup, fearless pitching, and a confidence that just never wavers.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the mound in this one, Taijuan Walker. What do we need to know here?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Ready to go? Carson Benj now at the plate. And a foul ball.
First pitch, 107.
0-1 down. Ripped to short. The throw to first. One out in the top of the first. And the batter now, Austin Riley. That one found hard the other way. Here comes the 0-1. Hammer, base hit. And a man aboard.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
That's a hit. Caught in between, trying for third now. They get the tag on him, and that's the second out. Matt Olson up to the plate. Runner on the go. This one in the air, center field. Durant under it, and that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the hill, the big righty, Alek Manoah. What do we have on him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Jarren Duran digs in now.
This afternoon, the center fielder, number 16, Jarren Duran.
Ball. Ball. One.
Check swing, but he went too far. And the count's even at 2. Now a fly ball to right center. White on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Randy fled Cuba in 2015 for Mexico, where he is now a citizen. They absolutely love him there. And that is out of play. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. 2 down. 2 outs. Base is empty. And now the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda, swings through that one for strike 1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. We're here at the WBC. Welcome back. Leading off, Chipper Jones. This one in the air, center field. Durant settles under it, takes it in for the out. And now the catcher comes up to him, Drake Baldwin. Out towards right center field. Thomas sizing it up. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. One down. And now the center fielder, Eli White. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. And even with his speed, they get the out. Here's Andres Jimenez. Runner breaks for third. Nice grab. Over to first. And they get the out. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic. Bottom of the inning. Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's the stocky left-handed hitter, Rowdy Tellez. Now that's smacked to right center. Reaching down, makes the catch. And the batter now, Nacho Alvarez Jr. Swings through that one for strike 1. Just off the inside edge. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a miss as he was late. Got him swinging. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic here at Daikin Park in Houston, Texas, USA. Daikin Park can have 2 very different personalities depending on if the roof is closed or if it's open.
Absolutely, Boog. It's a Jekyll and Hyde situation. When it's open, you get some fresh air and the views of the city. When it's closed, it's like a pressure cooker in here. The sound just bounces back at you.
Here comes the 0-1. And there's a foul ball. Ground ball to the right side. Aranda steps on the bag. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd. Here's Austin Riley. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Lined into left center, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend.
Runner on the go. That one is absolutely belted. And foul ball. Rip, but it curls foul. Here's the 0-2. Top of the 3rd, no score. Runner goes again. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. It's the WBC. Glad to have you back as we go to the last of the 3rd. Nick Gonzalez now at the plate. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Alec Thomas now. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. In the air to left center. Mercado coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Out number 2. Ortiz not sure what to expect after that first pitch. That's in there.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Mercado pulls it in on the run. We're here at the WBC. Welcome back. As we go to the top of the fourth, Matt Olson digs in now. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul.
Well, these players definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Go ahead run on base. Chipper Jones will hit next. Fly to center his first time. Ground ball right side and a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Next to hit, Drake Baldwin. 1 for 1 with a single so far. He's trying for third. Fly ball down the line. And that's a foul ball. The 0-1. Runner goes again. That one is absolutely belted. That one hops off the wall and should score at least one. One runs in. Relay throw. And he's out. So now with one away and a man at second. Here's the center fielder, Eli White. 0 for 1 so far. Runner takes off. Line drive, base hit. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Now it's the shortstop, Andres Jimenez. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Runner on the go. Pitch misses inside. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Runner on the go again. Slapped foul. Man at second. Runner on the move again. Runner goes again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Runner on the move again. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner goes again. Out to short. Ortiz. And he's safe at first. Play it home. He's safe. It's 3-zip.
Comes through with the RBI. Really protected.
The new pitcher in the game, Robert Garcia.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs.
Here goes the runner. And first offering is fouled off. Runner goes again. Swing and a miss. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Runner on the move again. This one in the air, center field. Durant should have this one. Caught, and now a chance to double the runner off second. Back to the top of the lineup, Carson Benj, the next to hit. He's grounded out a couple of times. Runner breaks for third. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. And we're back at the World Baseball Classic. Bottom of the fourth, now batting Jarren Duran.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. The high heat, too much on that one. Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
That's a ball.
Right through there for a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So up next, Jonathan Aranda.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one ripped right center field. And it one-hops the wall. There comes the throw. And that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Tellez in the box now. Takes strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Welcome back to WBC opening round action here at Daikin Park in Houston, Texas, USA. Ready now for the fifth inning. So here's Riley now. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. So he goes the opposite way with that one, and they add a run. It's 4-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
The 0-1. Out to short. One away here in the fifth. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. And a swing and a miss. Stays alive. That misses.
Ball.
And that's ball one. Just missed.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. The high heat, too much on that one. 2 down, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Chipper Jones. The 0-1.
Ball inside.
That's in for a strike, a slider.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Nacho Alvarez Jr. getting ready to hit. And he'll be safe at first. At the plate, Nick Gonzalez.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Alvarez gets his lead at first with nobody out. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Bench takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Thomas, batting with one down, takes a strike. In the air, right field. Brings it in. And now Joey Ortiz. He's 0 for 1. That's a strike. 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. It's the WBC. Glad to have you back. All set for the top of the 6th. Drake Baldwin now at the plate. Line drive, and it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Here's the center fielder, Eli White. And a swing and a miss there. Gonzalez slings to first in time. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Andres Jimenez. Out towards right center field. Thomas on the move to the gap. Nice grab as he reached down to make. We're here at the WBC. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th. Jaron Duran digs in now. Left field. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a leadoff double.
Waste no time there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Arena stands in now. Looks at that one inside.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and part of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Just missed.
That's the ball.
Struck him out swinging. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. Strikeout, and there's one away. Aranda swings through it for strike 1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The high heat, too much on that one. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Hit on the ground to short, Jimenez. And that'll do it. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brennan Bernardino.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Foul ball there. Hard hit, right side. Aranda takes it to the bag. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. Next to hit, Carson Benj. 0 for 3 in this one. That's outside.
No, that's out.
Yeah, that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. And that one fouled off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. This one lifted in the air, left field. Arozarena turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Here's Austin Riley. 3 for 3, 2 singles, and a homer. It's through for a hit. So Ozzie Albies now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. It's hard to hit a baseball much better than that, and even a lot of professional hitters aren't able to reach.
Runner takes off. Foul ball. Now the 0-1. Runner goes again. There's a ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Runner goes again. Pitch misses.
No, that's out.
Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. Fouled off down the right side. 2-2 now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Picks himself up an RBI. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Runner takes off. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Man on second, 2 down. Runner on the go again. Swing and a miss. Throw to third. Save. The 0-2. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Outside. Hit in the air, left field. And that is that. Good to have you back. John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton, bringing you all the WBC action from Dyken Park. Set for the last half. So they turn to their closer, Evan Phillips.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
That missed. That's a ball.
Lifted in the air, right center field. White coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. So digging in, Nacho Alvarez Jr. There's a swing and a miss. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now it's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. Check swing. He went. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jesus Cruz.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
The 0-1. Top of the zone for a called strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now the catcher up to hit, Drake Baldwin. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Late with the swing there.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
In the air, left side. Arozarena under it. 2 away. And now the center fielder, Eli White. Line drive, base hit. Andres Jimenez will hit next. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And it's second. Runner goes again. On the ground right side. Gonzalez tosses to first. That's out number 3. Back here in Houston. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Alec Thomas now at the plate. Line drive to short and caught. 1 pitch and 1 out. So up next, Joey Ortiz.
Hee-haw!
And the sweeper catches the plate. Got him. That's out number 2. Back to the top of the order. And here is Jarren Duran. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Nobody on. Out towards right center field. White moving under this one. And that's the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Javier Assad.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Swings through that one. Got him swinging. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So back to the top of the order. Carson Bench digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Here is Austin Riley. He's already homered here in this one. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
This one in the air center field. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in pitch misses there. Ball 1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Way
That's
inside, gets out of the way. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And here's the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
Well, the bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Kirk in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Now 1-1.
That was the pitch to hit. Four-seam fastball instead of that sinker ball that makes you hit it on the ground. He missed a good one.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out. Here's Rowdy Tellez.
Designated hitter, Rowdy Tellez.
Hut!
The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Vassell is just one strike away. Good job to fight that one off. Fights it off. He'll see another. And the 0-2. Rosarena off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Ball game.
Winning never gets old, but it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we can lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
5-0.
Juega tu posición y representa tu país. Soy el jugador que se creció, pero no olvida su raíz. Estoy pensando en toda mi gente mientras recorro la base. Firme, pase lo que pase. Vamos por encima, esa es la frase. Subo el volumen cuando llegue mi turno al bate. Que esto es el clásico mundial. Ponte ready para el desempate. Hay que jugar con el corazón. Darlo todo en el terreno, esa es mi pasión. Con orgullo trae tus colores.